Welcome to the video, Andrew here. Today we're looking at the Offspring's original Prankster. The intro consists of two 8-bar sections. The first 8 bars, we're going to be playing this. So we start off with this little motif, which is the open A string twice, followed by the 3rd fret once, and then the open A string twice again. Play it once more. The second lick adds to the first, and so we're going to play the same thing again. So A string twice, 3rd fret, A string once this time, then 7th fret on the D string with my pinky, open A string, followed by the 3rd fret, followed by the open A string. So nice and slow. The third phrase is exactly the same as our first phrase, but we're simply going to add the 5th fret of the A string on the end of beat 4. So nice and slow, it'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next phrase starts off with our familiar open A string twice, 3rd fret, open A string. We then go 7th fret on the D string, twice on the open A string, 5th fret, open A string, then we go 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret, back to the 3rd fret. Nice and slow. The second half of the intro has got 2 guitar parts to learn, so you can choose which one you want to do. The lead guitar part is a riff that's heavily based on that 4th phrase from the previous 8 bars. So the only place where it varies is once we get up to that 7th fret on the D string, we're going to play the open A string, 6th fret on the A string, back to the 5th fret, open A, 5th fret, open A, 3rd fret, 5th fret, back to the 3rd fret. So super slow. Now the rhythm guitarist is going to play this little phrase. To play this rhythm part, we're going to be using a dyad, and its shape is going to look like this. So I'm going to call this one a C dyad. It's going to be our middle finger on the C note on the 3rd fret of the A string, and our index finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. The other position we're going to be using is 2 frets higher up, which I'm just going to call our D shape. So to start this little rhythm figure, we're going to play the open A string. We're then going to play our C shape, followed by the open A and that C shape again, up to the D position. Then we're going to play the D position again, open A string, back to the D position, back down to our C position. So nice and slow. We play that riff 3.5 times, so it'll sound like this. For our verse, we're going to play that same rhythm figure from our introduction, and we're going to play it 3 times. And once we get through it 3 times, we're going to play a G power chord on the 3rd fret of the low E string, followed by an E power chord on the 7th fret of the A string. So that whole verse section will sound like this. Next part is our pre-chorus, and that's going to consist of a power chord riff like this. We start with our open A power chord, C, we go up to our E power chord up here on the 7th fret of the A string, and we go chromatically back to D. Play it again. C, slide up, they're nice and slow. We play that 3 times, and then we go back to our G position power chord up here on the 3rd fret of the E string. Then up to our E position. Now for our chorus, we're going to play another power chord based riff. To start off, we're going to use our A power chord, this time with its root note on the 5th fret of the A string. Hit it twice. Then we're going to hit it a 3rd time. We're going to hit the open D and G strings. We're going to play our D power chord on the 5th fret of the D string. We hit it again, but this time we slide up to the 10th fret, which is a G. Then we hit it again, and then once more and slide back. So we play that 3 times, and then we jump up to the G position up on the 10th fret of the A string. We go G, D, G, D. Then we go G, 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 G. Then we go up 1 semitone to the 11th fret, which is a G sharp. So from there, we repeat our verse, pre-chorus, and our chorus. We're then going to jump up to our interlude again. So the interlude is the exact same thing as our introduction. To end the song, we simply play that last riff from the interlude. Then we go to our G chord, up to our E chord, and we play that little phrase from the chorus. But this time we're going to pedal that D power chord there. Back to our little ending phrase from the chorus again. Then we finish on the open A power chord. So that whole outro part is going to go like this. There we have it, original Prankster by the Offspring. Hope you have fun learning that. And once again, thanks for joining me in the video. If you haven't already, subscribe, ring the bell, give me a like, leave me a comment, and I will see you in the next video.